All right, let's dive into one of India's most incredible living temples. This is a place where history, mythology, and just pure devotion are literally carved into every single stone. Today, we're going to explore the amazing story of the Parthasarathy Temple in Chennai.
You know, the story really starts with its name. Now, a lot of people know the area as Triplicane, but its original name, Tiruvallikani, paints this beautiful picture of what it used to be like. Let's break it down. Tiru means sacred, Ali is the lily flower, and Keni means pond. So the temple was literally founded by a sacred lily pond. How amazing is that? It just grounds this whole spiritual place right in nature. So what's with the number 108? Well, for anyone who follows Vaishnavism, 108 is a huge deal. It's a profoundly sacred number. The Parthasarathy Temple is one of the 108 Divya Desams. These are the most sacred, most important homes of Lord Vishnu, praised by the ancient Tamil poet saints, the Alvars. This puts it right at the top in the highest tier of pilgrimage sites.
Okay, so to really get this place, we've got to meet the main deity. Let's head right to the very heart of the temple and see who this whole divine legacy is built around.
The name itself is a massive clue, a title that is just packed with epic meaning. So who is he? Well, the answer takes us straight into one of the greatest stories ever told, the Mahabharata.
Let's break it down. Partha is another name for the incredible warrior prince Arjuna, and Sarathi, well, that just means charioteer. So put them together, and Parthasarathy is none other than Lord Krishna himself, in his role as the divine charioteer and guide to Arjuna. This isn't just some statue of a god, it's capturing a pivotal, world-changing moment, the moment the Bhagavad Gita was first spoken.
And this is where it gets really fascinating. The idol itself tells that story in incredible detail. First off, he's got a mustache. You almost never see Krishna depicted with a mustache, and it's there to show his role as a warrior's charioteer. And get this, if you look closely, the idol actually has marks on it, said to be the scars from the arrows he took during the Great War. He's also not alone. He's worshipped there with his whole family. His wife Rukmini, his brother Balarama, it's the whole divine household.
But wait, the story does not stop with Parthasarathy. Not even close. This temple is a spiritual powerhouse, a super rare complex that's home to not just one, but multiple major forms of Lord Vishnu.
And I've got to stress this is super rare. It's so unusual to find 5 main forms of Vishnu given equal importance all in one place. It basically makes the temple a kind of spiritual microcosm, giving devotees this incredible chance to connect with so many different aspects of the divine, all under one roof.
So who's in this divine lineup? Well, of course, you have Sri Parthasarathy, the charioteer. Then there's the fierce and powerful man-lion avatar, Sri Narasimha. You'll also find a shrine to Sri Rama, the ideal king of Ayodhya. Then we have Sri Ranganatha, Vishnu in his cosmic reclining pose. And finally, Sri Vardharaja, the one who grants boons. Each has their own shrine, their own story, their own special place here.
You know, a temple is so much more than just architecture and idols. It's about the living, breathing faith that flows through it every single day. So let's take a look at the rhythms of devotion that keep this ancient place so vibrant.
Man, the temple's calendar is just packed. During the holy month of Dhanurmasam in December and January, imagine this. Before the sun is even up, the air is just thick with the sound of these beautiful ancient hymns called the Thirupavai. Then, come April, the temple puts on its massive Brahmotsavam, a spectacular multi-day festival where giant, magnificent chariots carry the deities through the streets. It's a sight to see. This really captures the soundscape of the temple. It's a place of constant prayer. And these chants, like the Vishnu Sahasranama, the 1,000 names of Vishnu, they aren't just rituals. They're like an auditory bridge through time, connecting a person standing there today to the exact same words and melodies that have echoed through those halls for centuries. And that connection brings us to the temple's incredible timeline. This isn't just a place to worship, it's a historical monument and a hub for philosophy that has been shaping culture for over 1,000 years.
So, where did it all begin? Well, we can trace its origins all the way back to the 8th century when the Pallava kings kicked things off. But it didn't just stop there. Over the centuries, it was expanded and renovated, especially by the great Vijayanagara emperors. This constant evolution is what has allowed it to remain such a vital center of faith for so long.
Beyond the rituals, the temple was a real hotspot for big ideas.
It's deeply connected to the 11th century philosopher Ramanujacharya and his Visistadvaita school of thought, which had a huge influence on Hinduism. Fast forward to the modern era, and you have spiritual giants like Swami Vivekananda, who was a devoted follower and drew so much inspiration from this very place.
So, let's just recap why this temple carries so much weight. First, it's one of the sacred 108 Divya Desams. That's top tier. It's a super rare home to 5 major forms of Vishnu. It's a vibrant, living center for tradition, not some dusty museum. And it's an architectural marvel that's been standing for over 1,200 years. That is an incredible legacy.
At the end of the day, the Parthasarathy Temple is so much more than just a collection of shrines. It's a keeper of memory, tradition, and identity. And that leaves us with a pretty powerful question to think about, doesn't it? In our rapidly changing world, how do ancient living places like this manage to preserve the very soul of a culture for generations to come?